So I may have just started playing Persona 5X, but I've actually been playing another gacha for a year now. Last year Stellar Blade released, and while excited to play it, I first wanted to get a feel for the devs, so I decided to try out their other game. Nikke is a game I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, but one I actually knew very little about when I decided to try it. When I was a kid, my parents would take me to Cece's Pizza, this amazing all-you-can-eat pizza buffet for like $2.99. They had this god-tier Alfredo cheese pizza, and I'd stack like 10 pieces on my plate at once and get these gooey-ass cinnamon rolls and the cheese bread. Ah! After eating, I'd spend a lot of time in this little mini arcade they had tucked away in the very back with all these games. I loved playing those shooters using those guns that were completely coated in pizza grease. You'd play as an edgy dude who got all the anime waifus and shoot the shit out of alien robots. And that's exactly what playing Nikke first reminded me of. You've got them jumping and flying all over the place, shooting them, taking cover, and reloading and using special attacks. Ah! It's literally the exact same kind of game, except the screen is also full of booty. I could tell what the draw of this game was in the first 5 minutes of playing it. First impressions are like,
how long are we going to wait here?
Until they come.
Did you not see how hard they went down?
Should we pull out?
I just can't anymore. And the next moment it's like,
Over here, over here, over here, over here.
what the hell? All this music!
What about Marion?
Still alive. Thank you.
What the f— After putting down Genshin, I told myself I wouldn't get too deep into another gacha. But I was so intrigued that I just kept playing, very casually, only logging in for events, rewards, and pulling a few characters.
This will only hurt you in the end.
I don't know what I intended this video to be, but the game has some of the best gacha mechanics I've ever seen, and I just wanted to talk about it. Behind all the fan service is actually a very dark and depressing game. The setting is a post-apocalyptic world where alien robots push humanity to the brink of extinction, and the last of civilization hides in a secret underground base. To fight back and retake the surface, they created Nikkes, people who are given biomechanical bodies, basically anime Spartans.
How cliche can you get?
You play as a generic dude, Chad, commander, who is thrown into the fray and assigned command of a Nikke squad because
Our former commander is dead.
as simple as the gameplay is, shooting the shit out of aliens with all your different weapons, including swords and bubbles, and chaining together ultimates to unleash some real hell. There's some other cool mechanics, like shooting down these projectiles, or taking cover to avoid a field-wide attack. Bosses also have these target rings, which act as a timed DPS check. Enemy designs vary from spiders or UFOs to giant mechas or walking fortresses. Most of them look pretty generic, the same uninspired models over and over. But there's a few cool ones. And then there's this motherfucker called Chatterbox, who talks, and does the heh better than I do. Contrast those to the Nikke designs, which are just anime girls. This is where they focused all their efforts. See, story-wise, women have the highest chance of surviving the procedure to become a Nikke, and their new form is the one they deem the most ideal. Convenient.
This plot certainly seems to be thickening.
Now, a lot of the characters actually fit the militaristic theme of the game, or have some other role or job made apparent by their outfit. But this didn't stop the devs from going absolutely wild with some of the designs. They know why you play their game.
Don't you know it? Sex sells!
Now, I said the tone of the game is dark, but at the same time I can't be sure. You'll be exploring around city ruins and wastelands and come across these data logs left behind by streamers, kids, or other civilians, documenting their fear and panic about the seemingly end of the world. Or you'll find denizens just trying to survive in these grim times. But then you're meeting all these wacky and weird characters with some very cringe scenes, pushing a harem trope or some other ecchi oops shit. Now, there are great moments where characters will grow, come together and overcome adversity, or have some funny shit like,
My apologies.
I think she broke my ribs! This is gonna be like finding a needle in an ocean. Don't you mean a nail in a haystack?
It's a needle in a haystack, you morons.
but there's a lot you're gonna feel like just clicking through as fast as possible.
Listen, we haven't got all day. Ouch.
Now what I really wanted to talk about, the gacha stuff. First off, it doesn't really have a pity system. Despite that, I've never had better luck in any other gacha before. Last month was an exception. It's just that oh, f you, Bronya, you tricked me! Damn it. What? What? I hit again! What? What is with this game and hard pity? Yes! I won my first 50-50! Come on, don't trigger me!
From now on, we're allies.
We have a new mission, Captain.
Now there's no weapon banner in this game, so you can save everything for new units, and almost every character gets added to the standard banner, which is why I have like 100 characters already. Probably the the best feature are these pity tokens you earn from pulling that you can just trade for the character you want. Imagine blowing your entire load on March Ever 9th and then just trading for the pink elf a month later. There's even tokens for Eidolons, which are maxed at 3. You can make a wish list of your pull preferences. There's auto battle, but they even went a step further and give you an auto win button. Come on, Hoyo, can we please get an auto win for trace farming? You can level sync all your characters to your 5 highest ones. And the relics. The relics. Notice I didn't talk about them in my Persona video? That's all that needs to be said about that. Now what I like about the game, besides some of the features I mentioned, is definitely the art style. I really like the cinematographic story scenes, and some of the ultimate cut-ins are pretty cool. I like how easy it is to play casually. Most days I log on for only 5 minutes and can play it with one hand while doing something else. Oh yeah, events! Events are pretty good, especially the crossovers and anniversaries. Their stories can be pretty hit or miss, but a lot of them are very impactful. And some are just a big meme. What the hell? Well, what's it supposed to do? Oh, what the? It feels impossible just how many collabs they've done, like Nier, Stellar Blade, or most recently, Resident Evil. Like, what the fudge? And they do an amazing job with them. All the references are spot on. And get this, the character interactions are canon. A dimension wave caused by this gatekeeper boss transports characters from other worlds here, so when new collab characters show up wondering where they are, our characters are like, oh, you were just kidnapped by this dimension-jumping asshole. Genius. I've never seen a game try to explain a crossover before. This is when I get my currency ready, as the characters are limited time only and I go for all of them. Imagine playing a game with 2B, Eve, and Jill all fighting on the same team. A lot of events have these mini games, which are remixed versions of popular mobile games, and they're some of the most fun I've ever had while playing. After experiencing a lot of the events, I felt like I was missing out on the rest of the story, so I started progressing again recently. Also taking care of stuff I never bothered with before, like building my giant megacity. The story took off. You're hunting down this traitor, the clock's ticking, you've got all this support, you end up in a shootout with a fucking alien robot train with a shit ton of missiles, so you derail their ass and come face to face with the traitor in what feels like the finale, a showdown between good and evil. Shit gets real dark, power levels are going over 9,000, and then you encounter the absolute worst part of the game, the level cap. Seriously, the story just grinds to a halt because you're too low. To break it, you need to max Eidolon 5 characters. What? This would be the biggest reason I can't recommend the game, especially if you just want to play for the story. Imagine locking players out of story progress. I'd understand it for the end game.
Things are only going to get harder from here.
Well, that's it. Seems like I glazed it up only to bring it down at the end. It's not a bad game, it is a gacha. The story alone is worth playing, and it's easy to follow, if you can be patient getting through it. The main cast are well written, and enjoyable to listen to. I'm looking forward to seeing more of the story myself. Once I get past this piece of—
Don't forget to click like and subscribe.